One more time. So major scale. Here's your C major scale. We have whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. Right? So C major scale, all white notes, easy to remember. When you play it with your right hand, the fingering is like this. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then back down the same way. And notice I'm just moving. I'm not turning. Like there's this thing that is thumb under. Your thumbs go like that. We're going to be working on that. For now, I mean, as long as you keep your wrist parallel, I'm happy. But you can just kind of jump. The left hand is the opposite. You go 5 to 1 and then 3. And when you go back down, your thumb reaches under. Okay, C major. G major, when we apply the formula to G, an F sharp happens to pop up. The fingering is the same for this. F major. When we apply the formula, we get our B flat. Left hand fingering is the same. The right changes. You're going to go to your fourth finger because of the landscape. 1 to 4. And then same thing back. And when you do this with your Hannons, your little exercise, this is the first one. C major is pretty self-explanatory, and then when you go backwards, it's just opposite, right? It's great exercise for learning your scales. So when we go to G major, we just have to remember every time you get to this F, it's going to be F sharp. And what I want you to think about, technically, with Hannons especially, but just in general, you want to have this good technique that you're getting from your core toe, which means flat wrist, not tense, but relaxed. You have flat wrist with your good arches. When you're moving around on the piano, especially with these different scales, you're going to get different landscapes, which means sometimes when you get to an F sharp, the tendency is to do this, which if you notice, I'm just flattening my finger out, which makes leverage is very difficult this way. What you want to do is push forward. The reason the keys are long like this is so that you can play the key all the way up to this thing. I need to learn what that's called. I don't remember. All the way up in there. And the reason is, mostly because of your thumb. Your thumb is short, so you want to be able to move forward. So watch how my hands kind of slide back and forth. Just a little bit and then back. Especially this one, my right thumb. I gotta jump over the top. So this kind of motion, getting over these is gymnastics, right? And hitting the notes without doing that kind of thing. It takes a little effort, so take your time with these. But Hannons are great for learning to do that, for learning to be mobile on the keyboard. In F. Again, I'm pushing forward and then kind of go back. I'm really used to it, so I'm like, just don't do these kind of things where you want to avoid that. This barrier. It's not really a barrier, it's just a hurdle. You can sneak around, but this is more of a pain in the ass than just jump right over.